the exodus from Banga to Monrovia,
yeah.
what led to it, and so forth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I think that would be what we should discuss.
What she just discussed.
Yeah. I feel it.
And another time we can talk about the hanging
of seven
Gribbles,
7 citizens of Meriden County.
Yeah.
For their involvement in domestic killing.
Domestic killing.
Yeah.
And those are big statesmen.
And those were big statesmen, including the superintendent, a representative. They also were the supervisor of school.
Yeah.
And all.
And also the Justin Obi's. I'm just telling you what
we have stories that we have
that
factual things that Justin Obi.
Yeah.
Beautiful story.
Beautiful story. Yeah. But today I think we'll delve in. Let's bring Charles Taylor.
We will bring Charles Taylor to Monrovia.
The Monrovia under which circumstances and so forth.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
How one step without man, please show your ring. You see, I'm not going nowhere. I'm a chairman of a political party, but I'm still here talking and entertaining. And entertaining our people because I think it needs to be done. Yeah, I always tell people, you don't know where you're going except you know where you're coming from. Am I lying?
No, man.
Yeah.
Don't be frisky on me.
No, I can't be. I'm trying to recruit you to come and join our party. I can't be frisky.
Can't be frisky on me.
Okay. Oh, and before we start the program, remember the last time I told you I spoke to a group of pimping riders call themselves the United Brother Pimping Foundation.
You told them how they could empower themselves.
I said, listen, you guys are the most powerful people in the world. In Liberia, of course, if your numbers give you power and strength, if you put yourself together, tax yourself, and you could literally dictate who you want to be your president.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about representative. You know what I mean? You have that power. Yeah. So the first thing I told them to do, we held the program when I was there, held a makeshift thing on the road, you know, you just put some top oil. But I went there and I encouraged them, and I told them, I said, let me promise you, if you can unite and put yourself together, because you call yourself United Brazil, unite and put yourself together, collect money, let's build your own office, start from there first. Yeah. I said, when you started, I see it, I did, I'll finish it. Well, on yesterday, I was from the graveyard. They came, they got me from the graveyard, drove there, and they did a very wonderful job. So I live by my word today. I paid for them to finish it.
Thank you very much.
Yes, but that you know, like we who are in election, these are the times where people can take to sort of like, well, they perceive in the mind that they're exploiting you. You know, bringing all kind of things.
They think they
absolutely not. That, you know what I mean? So for people like us, when we see efforts like this, when the man take his own money and put to a project, which means he's a part of it.
Yeah.
He have a stake in that project.
They have a say.
You understand? So when you give him money, what you do it? He will finish it. I mean, you do it. Not like some people bring long, you know, you. I don't even you won't go there. Say. What? It is what it is. So, you sent for Ovaltine or what? Coffee?
I sent for both or two of them.
Or lime tea? Lime tea?
I sent for Ovaltine.
Yeah.
And I sent for chocolate milk.
Because you know we gotta
chocolate
have
milk and lime tea.
We gotta have lime tea before the program can. And what about that lime tea? That $400 now?
Right, you.
There comes
Speaking of the devil should be.
So pops. Now, you talk about a whole lot here. We learned about it, especially the rise and fall of Banga. Yeah. I love to call it. Yeah. And the subsequent exodus of Charles Taylor now. What year was the rise and fall of Banga?
Banga fell in September of 1994. The first attack, the initial attack in Banga for the capture of Banga. The capture of Banga was September 8th on a Thursday, 1994.
Okay. Now, and when did Charles Taylor come to Monrovia?
Charles Taylor came to Monrovia on the anniversary, on the 3rd anniversary of Operation Octopus. We were the 15th of October, 1995.
Following year.
Yes.
What led? What had him with confidence to come to Monrovia? Was it after peace accord that, and what I learned from a whole lot of people said that he was advised and he was warned of possible ambush. Do not come to Monrovia. Do not believe in the peace, in its peace process and so forth. But he got the courage and he came to Monrovia. Could you explain to me what led to all of that? A series in the story that I like to call the Exodus of Charles Taylor to Monrovia.
Okay, brother. Mr. Chairman. So this is what happened. When Taylor lost Banga in September of 1994, Taylor was attending the Akosombo Accord, the Akosombo Peace Accord in Akosombo, Volta River, Ghana, Eastern Ghana,
Volta region.
Volta region, to be specific. Taylor leaves Akosombo 2 weeks after the capture of Banga. The meeting ends. Taylor stayed there until the meeting ended. Taylor came to Liberia, Nimba, through the Liberian-Ivorian border at Loguatu. Taylor crossed over and decided that since he had Nimba County, like I told you before in previous show, Taylor only had 2 counties under his control. So with Bon County's capital, Banga, which have fallen, Taylor had about 1.5 counties under his control. Yeah. Taylor had lost everything. But he braved a storm. And he came to Nimba, making Ganta his temporary headquarters. And using the Ganta Methodist Mission campus as his base, like where we call the executive ground.
Yeah.
Chancellor gets to Ganta, and Taylor decides to rearrange the military structure, the high command structure of the National Patriotic Front, because Taylor had noticed that there were many connivance,
Lapses.
there were lapses within the security apparatus, the security structure of the National Patriotic Front, mainly frontline commandos. And by then, as I told you earlier in previous broadcasting program, the National Patriotic Front was run by the American system of a divisional army, meaning that the division, every division has a chief of staff, and that chief of staff reports to the chairman of the Joint Chief of Staff, who reports to the CRC. And so, in the restructuring, there was also an active military tribunal.
Some people die in the restructuring.
That's what I'm coming to. Within the restructuring, there was a military tribunal headed by Major General Samuel Vanny and Special Force McDonald Bowen. McDonald Bowen was the head, Vanny was deputy. Sabela, the late Samuel Vanny Sabela. When Taylor got here, got to Ganta, he called a meeting of all special forces, including John Tier, the late Francis Menwu, Samuel Vanny, McDonald Bowen, or Tagin Wanti, George Mansour, Abu Zoguia, Edward Mlen, Johnson Lima, so many, I can't, all the names can't get pop in my head right now. But he called them Special Forces made Taylor to clearly understand in that meeting that you step on us for junior commandos to take over. But these junior commandos are Dopo Menkazo, Benede Batua, sorry, not Benede Batua. Dopo Menkazo is living. Dopo Menkazo, or Benjamin Yeten, Jotua, Kupawea, Bruce Gonganu, all the guys. Called them. And the guy told him straight. Dogolie, Moses Blah, and as I'm saying Segre. Yes. And as I'm going on, I will be calling the name. So that please bear with me. You and I will listen. Bear with me. Because I go and as soon as I will call bear with the name. We will keep coming. But anyway, it's better for the court and told Taylor that listen. The junior commandos that you put on, you step on, you took out a picture and one of the people with more youthful exuberance, younger people. They have proven to you that they are nothing but connivers and disloyal commandos. And in doing so, a lot of big heads roll. Namely, John Cassius Jacobs, Lieutenant General John Cassius Jacobs, Brigadier General Michael Sibo, executed. Brigadier General Ojugu Larry, Brigadier General J.J. Dotte, Colonel GMV, Colonel Jion Gore, who were battalion commander, they were executed. Brigadier General Kobe Kebe was jailed.
When you say executed, what do you mean?
They were shot and killed. They were killed.
Did they find them conniving or
the military tribunal found them, tried them, and found them guilty of conniving espionage against the National Patriotic Front of Liberia. It was McDonald Bowen.
I wanted to have proof on those guys then.
Someone, well, now, but yeah, they according to the tribunal. Now, a military tribunal, when they court martial you, you don't have the right to defend yourself like that. Your defending of yourself is limited. Obey, and obey. Remember. Yeah. So if you have been tried on a military decree, the Uniform Code of Military Justice, you are entitled to a lawyer, and that lawyer is supposed to be a soldier. And there was nobody risking their life to be a lawyer for anybody
that were accused.
And besides that, there were no lawyers.
So what do you mean by risking their life? So come on now, Pop.
Bernard, you could have died. The National Patriotic Front headed by Charles Taylor was desperate at the time. Taylor was angry. If Taylor could execute Cassius Jacob, Taylor could execute anybody.
Why you say?
Because Cassius Jacob was loved by Charles Taylor. Cassius Jacob
pretty much like cat eat own baby.
Yes, because and all those fingers, the Madonna boy and the Samuel Bunny, all of them, their fingers were pointing to Cassius. So if Cassius would die, if Charles Taylor, Cassius was one of the last to die because he was killed on the 13th of December 1994. December 13th.
Executed shot?
He was killed in a place called Negbe, just outside of Ghana.
Contact, yeah, no Negbe.
Yeah, he was killed in Negbe on the 13th of December 1994.
So all the
J.J. Dotte didn't die before Cassius.
All the generals that died, only Cassius can talk about.
I talk about Cassius, but because Cassius was significant. When I say significant, he was a top general. You understand me?
Top junior commando.
A top junior commando and a lieutenant general, a chief of staff of the Executive Mansion Presidential Guard Force, the EMPGF. Cassius reported to nobody but Charles Taylor. Cassius did not report as a chief of staff. He did not report to the chairman of the Joint Chief of Staff, John Tier, and after John Tier or General Francis Memo. No, he reported to Charles Taylor, and Charles Taylor only.
So you think other people got a problem with it?
There was jealousy. There was people frowning on what was going on.
On that chain of command.
On the chain of command.
They became too powerful.
And special forces did not like that. Because there were not many special forces who were lieutenant generals, who were 3-star generals. No.
I mean, maybe because I'm very ignorant to the ranking system. So lieutenant general is high.
But there's a 3-star general. He's a 3-star. A 3-star general, a chief of staff, a man who can give command and only the CRC can say no, stand down.
I want to ask you this.
Yeah.
The MPFL.
Yes, sir.
Charles Taylor's whole army.
Yes,
that stretched wherever you want.
Yes, sir.
How big in terms of numbers?
In terms of numbers, but MPFL had a little over
1,000.
Is it what happened?
1,000.
The MPFL had a little over 25 to 27,000 armed men. A little over.
So let me ask you.
Because Marine Division alone.
Brings me to this.
Marine Division alone, on paper, Melvin Sobani, the late Melvin Sobani, the late Major General Melvin Sobani, could lay his hand on paper and know that he had, as director of staff of Marine Division, he had around 12,500 men armed. Marine Division alone. Then you had a bigger division, Army Division. You had Army Division under Samuel Vani. Sabila. You had Army Division under Samuel Vani. You had Cobra, okay? Cobra unit.
What is special of the Cobra now?
The Cobra unit. Cobra was under Cash.
Special.
The EMP, yes, the EMPGF was under Cash, and Cobra was under Cash. Because Cobra was not a division. You understand me? And they had a guy still alive with Bobby Dixon. Bobby Dixon was the Cobra battalion commander in Yekepa. Okay, you had also in Cobra, you had Gegete, the late Gegete in Cobra. Also a battalion commander in Cobra. Okay, but all of the whole Cobra unit, then the Cobra or commanding general was the late Major General Joseph Montgomery. You understand me?
Yeah,
I'm speaking.
Yeah. So now, I don't want to deviate from what we hear to speak, but just let me ask you this.
Yes.
Over 25,000 men.
Yes, over 25,000.
All armed.
I'm talking about 25,000 armed men. You have most. Taylor had like 30,000.
Brings me to this question.
Yes.
Who was pumping Taylor in with these millions of United States dollars? Because Pape,
but I tell today,
Pape, let me talk a little bit.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir, country. Yes, sir, Chairman.
War is not a cheap thing.
No, it's not. But remember now.
But Pape, you know more for one AK?
Remember now.
Before I say AK-50?
Remember now. Remember now. From 1990 to the period that we are speaking of, Taylor had Firestone. Taylor had Limco.
Firestone, the warlord.
Taylor had Firestone, Limco, Taylor had LAC, Library Culture Company.
All of them.
Taylor had Lipping.
So
the Power Company.
Here comes
Taylor had Bong Mining Company.
Here come the millions.
You see what
which were operating.
The auto company operating.
Now, here comes the story of Victor Bout.
The Russian arm dealer. So this is where we come to talking.
So, Pape, is it safe to say that Taylor's MPFL was stronger than our AFL?
Any day. In terms of
numerical,
numerical presence.
Why did he walk in all mill once here?
you talk about the water team monrovia?
Yeah.
The lack of expertise. One. There were many factors.
Was Prince Johnson Henry?
Prince Johnson was never hindering to Taylor because Taylor took less than 5 hours to sweep Prince Johnson out of Cowell in 1992. So Prince Johnson was not a problem. The problem came from the presence of the economic community of West African states. 1. 2, of the lack. What the word I use for it? I forget what. I use a word just now. The lack of expertise. Military. Now, Taylor had over 100 special forces, trained commando special forces.
Trained where?
Trained in Burkina Faso in Libya when the MPFL reached Monrovia. You understand me? Taylor had over 100.
I know you said different story, different day.
Yeah.
Those 100 forces, which included
Foreign Special Forces also.
and of course, yeah.
Not including Yeru Johnson.
No, I'm coming.
I know about MPFS Special
Yes,
Forces.
I'm talking about
yes.
the special forces that went to that
went to Libya and Burkina Faso.
That toppled
Sankara.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Which Yeru was there.
Yeru had to be inside. He led them.
Yeah.
He was the battle group commander at the time. Yeah, he was the battle group commander.
Yeah, before they came here.
Before they came to Monrovia. That was 1987, man. October.
Which you know, Ivory Coast was going to open the door because Bonje did not even like the ground door.
No, we hit that door because of AB Top.
Do you know Hope never came here?
No, we never visited Labiro since 1979. His last trip to Labiro was 1979.
Yeah. So
when they had the OU conference.
Yeah.
It was His last trip.
In District 17, of course.
We slept, lived, slept, and worked in District number 17. The district of Chairman Blue Benson Junior.
Oh, did you say chairman?
Is it why the costume? Is there a rule?
You can't call the chairman now. I think what are you doing?
But the government can be giving left to. But you stupid. To hell with you, you dog.
Sorry, sir.
But hell with you, man. I'll tell you why I've been
I think, you know, this is interesting because I'm here thinking, wow, 27,000 men to arm these people.
27 to 30,000.
No, but you know, let me tell you something. I appreciate. That's why I always learn from you because now you tell me that he had control over fire. Why is fire? Why is fire acting so? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you remember we played Firestone and the Warlord, and they acting like our business is here, blah blah blah. That kind of thing.
They knew it because they were
millions of dollars still
Firestone paid Taylor for every pound of rubber, every kilogram of rubber that was exported out of that area through the port of Buchanan. Firestone paid Taylor. Then you have other companies, the Flamingo Logging Company, you have Timco, you have Umaco.
What other?
Umaco was the shipping line. They were operating.
Till the whole log order here.
Till the whole log order here. The Copper Brothers, Maurice Cooper,
yes.
Oscar Cooper,
SB,
Oruga.
SB there.
Yeah, SB and Papi, SB they were inside too.
Yeah.
They were living large. They were living in Hotel Golf.
SB by still living large.
In Hotel Ivoire, in Côte d'Ivoire.
Yeah.
You understand?
Forget your French, je vais chez vous.
C'est bonjour, and holiday.
La bière money,
La bière money, we eat, no problem, right? So, but that's how we were looking.
No law.
It was lawless.
Tell us the law.
Taylor was the law, Chairman. Taylor was the law. There was a guy in Buchanan called Prince Bensi, Chief of Revenue Body.
I hope Noah Zhao he's listening.
Prince Bensi, you know my witness to this thing, Chief Cyril Allen is my witness.
Yeah.
Edwin Snow, Honorable Edwin Snow.
Let me say something. You know, I frown on people like Chief Cyril Allen and all these people who hear us on the Blue Show talking every day, but cannot just come here and talk.
And that's all I will want.
And it's not like you indicting yourself. It's just this stuff happened like years ago.
Nobody get down.
It's going to talk about. It's going to talk about these things. You know,
Charles Bright.
Yes.
John Richardson. Those are people that give.
No, other than them, you know who I appreciate?
I love John Richardson.
Look, let me tell you something. There's special love
John
in my heart
Richardson.
for John T. Richardson. Because guess what? Anytime I sit with him,
he's a good man.
He's a good man.
And guess what, brother? The thing about John T. John T. loves this show. And John T. encouraged us to work.
Yeah.
So now we don't want to work. John T. You better go talk before.
Let me tell you, one of my biggest, and I'm saying this on radio, one of my biggest inspiration to contest in the district is John T.
Good man.
A good man, because he tells me, he said, Blue, look at conference center, I'm old.
Yeah.
I can't make it.
And John T. didn't work over there.
He said, go to the government and try to get that building and fix it for your people.
Yes.
Blue, go and do it. You got youth. And I'm like, wow.
He's a good man.
Yeah.
He's a good man.
Because do you know the historical relevance
of that place?
Of the Unity Conference Center?
Hello,
Babe. The other day, we hosted the Mrs. 17 pageant grand finale there.
Yeah.
Small mob put in Unity Conference Center.
It get fried again.
It get fun in the neck. Did I say the president in America? November 4 we put more than 1,000. I was surprised because that same day CDC had their their program. Well, nobody come here tonight. Over 1,000 people attended.
Easy.
That place is a heaven city. It's called Center. And guess what? The people, I can't get like bring for another information. The people that work at the Unity Conference Center, they probably in there.
Yeah.
They took me on top of the building. It had 2 football fields. Or 2 helicopters can land there.
But Anwar Sadat, Anwar El Sadat, president of Egypt, landed on top of Unity Conference Center when he came to Liberia.
Can you imagine that?
But then Sadat came here with over 200 trained Republican guards because the Arab League had threatened to kill him.
Well, his wife told him that to come like he's coming.
Sadat killed everything, including Sadat killed down to dishcloth. They did all the webbing thing because he never wanted no.
John T. Richardson and one guy wanted the villa there for Sadat. Sadat was in a helicopter when the special forces went there and threw everything. And brought their own thing because he didn't.
Everything.
Sadat was not a small man though.
Sadat was but then Sadat was so security man. But then you know what, but Sadat, the thing about it was, Sadat was not as strong-hearted and cultural orientated like his predecessor, Gamal Abdel Nasser, because Nasser was president of Egypt when the 8-day war, the 6-day war. You understand me? The war between Egypt and Israel.
6 days?
6 days. Israel wept it busting out for 6 days. And Israel wept of Egypt. You understand me? Overpower Egypt militarily.
Now River.
They overpower Egypt. The 6-day war. So Egypt's president at the time was Gamal Abdel Nasser. And his chief of staff of the Air Force, of the Egyptian Air Force,
the Royal Egyptian Air Force,
who later became president of Egypt, was Hosni Mubarak, the late. But different story, different day. I will have to go back to you later to talk about
it. Let's get back to
So let me go back to the Exodus.
But before we go to the Exodus, can you imagine Anwar Sadat gets executed? You know what I mean? 1981, while giving eye rights.
Yeah.
And 1 hour later, guess who said, I don't want to kill him? Gaddafi.
Muammar El Gaddafi.
Say, I don't want to do it.
Yes.
Why?
Like I said to you, in the Arab League. The Arab League had a whole lot of guys.
Different story, different day.
Different story, different day.
How about the same way that man Blue Show is on your radio? That's how we do it, man. Of course, you guys know it's not time to call now. I see all lines ringing. It's not time to call now. We're still talking. This is the Blue Link Show right here on Hott 107.9 on a Thursday. Pops.
Yeah, man.
So let's go. Where were we? I forgot. I was still flabbergasted.
Yeah.
And confused at the same time.
Yeah.
On how Taylor was getting ammunition.
Yeah.
And then you just educated me.
Yes,
you broke it down.
Yes, sir.
He had control over Firestone.
He had control over Limco. He had control the Palm company that we call Palm Bay.
They are a big company in the world.
Very big company. It's a palm company. You know you can do over 125 different things with palm products. American people living
and not talking about the vast logging that was
then
going on.
The logging where you had Timco. You had Timco, you had Flamingo,
and we
operating deep in the bag
and we forgot about one more, the biggest one.
Whatever.
The minerals.
Did you look at it?
So now I see how you was paying for the wall. So basically, Taylor didn't give a damn. He wasn't getting money from America.
No. Taylor didn't need it.
Yeah.
Taylor getting it from right home.
I'm getting my
Taylor
mind right.
weapon it from home. Taylor weapon it from home, man. So,
Into the house moment.
Taylor restructures his army.
In Nimba.
In Nimba County.
Kansas City.
From the advice of from the demanding advice of his special forces in that place. So, by help of Grippo, Taylor recaptured Banga on December 25th, Christmas Day, 1994. I'm talking about completion of total mopping. Brother, you hear me? Total mapping, brother Flabine. Total mapping operation.
If somebody listening to the radio, can you get me an iPhone charger here?
Yeah, iPhone charger.
Roy, if you listen to the radio, you get me an iPhone charger. My phone going up, please, I beg. Yeah. Go ahead.
So, brother, Taylor decides that about around 10 to 12 serious commandos were killed. As example, you understand me? Then Taylor takes Banga back.
Tell her that.
Yes. By then, Taylor is gradually but steadily getting the attraction and the respect from the Nigerian leader, Sani Abacha. Major General Sani Abacha.
Big head about him, you know.
Through the ECOMOG Force Commander Ishaya, Major General Ishaya Bakut.
Christian?
Muslim, but I always wear gun. You know where you come too much. But I always.
I thought Baku was Christian.
No. Ishaya Bakut. No,
Ishaya Bakut.
Get it, Ishaya. No. Muslim.
Good friend of former defense minister
Brandon Samuka. Very
also.
good friend. Ishaya Bakut, Muslim.
Ishaya Bakut.
So
Soft? Liberal?
Bakut was liberal. But he's a fuck-yeah man. But he's liberal. He appears to be liberal. He get that away. But his that away is so he's too intelligent to even.
But how you talk?
Yeah.
But
then Bakut was clever. Bakut was
Ishaya.
not just a soul. Ishaya.
Bakut.
Ishaya. Ishaya.
Bakut.
Bakut. Bakut. And so Banga fell recaptured by December of 1994. By March 1995, Taylor is now looked at from a different perspective, different perception of the word. People look at Taylor differently now. Taylor looks more like a hero. Taylor have taken Banga back. Taylor have taken Bon Country by 100%.
An emancipator.
He free people, free the area. Taylor not take over Banga, Bon Country, not just Banga, but the entire Bon Country.
I want to tell you something. We were sending Western Union to Banga during those days when Taylor was in Banga.
Okay.
Well, in America, was sending Western Union.
But you have Bong Bank, run by a man called Charles Green.
Bong Bank.
There's a Bong Bank, yeah, like the Bong Country. Yeah. Bong Bank.
Money coming through.
Yes. There was money coming through. You have Bong Bang. Right on the hill there before you get to Hott FM. Right on the hill there.
In Banga.
In Banga.
So why don't we have District 17 credit union?
That could be done. No?
Yeah.
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 That could be
These
done.
are some of the visions we have. You know?
Yes.
Bong bang. Let's talk bong bang. So money could come. Transaction
That's
going.
green, yeah, green. There's a green one there. The money
Nobody's
come.
stealing because
No,
come
no,
on.
money come. Things happen. Bong Bang.
I want you to describe to me like a mini
Yeah.
the atmosphere and the daily activities and the nightly activities or life as a whole
In Banga?
when Taylor was there.
Okay, so Taylor is in Banga. There's free flow of local produce. You understand me?
Kisawa them.
Cassava, rice, country rice,
Hey,
or meat, or bush meat.
people eating good.
People eating very well.
Five people.
Everybody all right.
Nobody thinking about what
No, people sending food to Monrovia.
What?
Yeah, food is coming to the buffer zone at Carisburg. Food is coming to the buffer zone.
What do you consider buffer zone, sir?
Or the buffer zone was at Carisburg.
What is the
The
buffer zone?
buffer zone is where the MPFL territory ends and the IGNU territory begins.
What is IGN?
The interim government of national unity under
Oh, okay.
the late Dr.
Amos
Sawyer.
Sawyer.
Yes.
So
So
they
with the
respected-
capture,
they respected that.
yes, they respect that because with the recapture of Banga, Kakata was also recaptured by the National Patriotic Front because on December 11, 1992, Kakata was attacked by Ulimo, and
Which one,
Kakata
J or K?
Ulimo. It was just Ulimo.
They haven't split it. I think.
They did not have it split. And the battle,
What's some of those warriors for you?
Ulimo at the time, but you are.
I don't hear you talk about Unimo fighters.
No,
Maybe you didn't
I
know
don't
them.
know them like that. I don't know them like that, man. I will not lie to you. I do not know them like that. I know a few of them, or Suriba Keita, you know, or
So
Suriba-
Ulimo is predominantly Muslims.
predominantly Muslim.
Yeah, okay, Muslim
Predominantly
brothers.
Muslim, yeah,
Another set.
predominantly Muslim. But I hope you have some more money from England.
I got nothing for you.
Then to hell with you.
I mean, I'm a chairman.
Chairman, or
Look,
chairman,
let me tell you, I got people behind me.
or chairman, or please, my striker must be moving,
Alright.
or else I problem. My striker. Yeah, finish.
Oh. Ulimbo.
So,
Look,
So-
these people already messed this country up, man.
So,
No,
Taylor.
no. You asked me a question here. I asked you about the
about
daily.
the daily activity of Banga, so I'm coming
yeah.
to that.
They just talking about bunk bang.
Bong Bang,
Are you
run
serious?
by one Mr. Charles Green, an economist. And Chief Siri Allen is my witness. Honorable Edwin Snow is my witness. There are so many people in that now today. They are my witnesses.
Where was bunk bang?
Bong Bang was right on the hill there before you get to Hott FM where Lone Star is.
Yeah.
Right, but it's when you pass by Hott FM, it will be on your right. When you coming from inside Banga Town Broad Street, it will be on your left. When coming from Monrovia, Bong Bang will be on your right.
It's called bunk bang.
Bong Bang.
1990, 1994.
1990 from
93.
1992 to 1994.
Bunk bang. Western Union going on there.
Everything happening.
Okay.
Then you had the nightlife.
Tell me when the night left.
The nightlife was
Yeah,
beautiful.
I'm trying to create a
The
picture
nightlife in Banga was beautiful.
of peace
So I'm
and
yes,
prosperity.
a peaceful picture.
Yeah, a peaceful picture.
So you had Guys 101, a nightclub that was on the main Banga Broad Street.
Pack.
Guys 101. You had guys like Edward Thomas, cool, going there.
They're cool.
You had guys like the late Anthony Smith. You had guys like the late Skido Goba. You had guys like
Skido.
Muscle, Skido. Yeah, you had guys like Muscle. You had guys like Joe Abdullah. You had guys like the late BM40, Ben Wallow. Those guys.
Momo
those guys-
Jiba.
You had my friend and brother. When I chill,
May his soul rest in
when I heard me
peace,
when I
man.
talk about Momo Jiba, you
Yeah.
have Momo. You had a guy over there. You had
Jiba,
guys
man.
101 nightclub. But guys
Jiba, my
101
boy.
and you know what I got? Jiba had guys 101. Guys 101.
What the guys win?
Guys 101. But it was balling. Then you had a nightclub.
That
On the outskirts of Banga town, to the left by the Iron Gate, where we call
Kotawala?
when you come in Monrovia way now.
Okay.
We get on Iron Gate on your 11th side. We had this nightclub owned by the first lady, how we used to call her back then, Agnes Taylor, her sister, her elder sister, or Reeves, owned her nightclub called Bird Nest. You understand me, man? But Pulavro, good classified Pulavro. Sweet, yum.
You told the chairman.
The chairman?
Yeah.
You had it? Bird Nest, okay? But
So
I heard it
so the right thing I'm saying, the reason why I asked you about the nightlife, if the nightlife,
I'm feeling that level.
okay, sorry.
Then tournaments were arranged, basketball and football.
this is what.
So-
hold on, before you say that, the reason why I asked you to tell them about the nightlife, if
Yes,
the nightlife
yeah.
was booming, then I know in the day was peaceful.
The daytime very peaceful, but the daytime very peaceful. You had barber shops, you had beauty salon, you had
Markets.
boutiques, you had
Boutiques?
boutiques. But
What do you mean, sir?
But you didn't Victor out fully, man. Victor selling the latest Reebok preseason pump. Victor selling the latest Nike Air Jordan 4 and 5 because 4, 5, and 6 because that was the year.
So you're not getting that from Real?
No. But people in my didn't get time for Abidjan at one point in time. Banga, things were coming.
So then,
Yes.
this prosperity in Banga, which I said, did it extend to Ganta, Nimba County?
Kanta boiling like a fish. Nathan Gay operating in Necro in Ganta. Cecilia Lewis got to play in Ganta. The late Major General Cecilia Lewis of the Executive Management Task Force, Stinger, out of Necro. Nathan Gay got a spot in Ganta. You have
So you mean going all the way to Sandy Quale was good?
Sandy Quale has always been a quiet town. But you have Flood Toman there.
Still there.
Jungle Water.
Chongo Water.
But then Flood Toman was not the man you know today. Flood Toman is one of the men I respect in that bro more than anybody.
All right, sir.
But Flood Toman was selling water. Ice.
If me follow to my data now.
Flood Toman, brother. But that Flood Toman came from humble beginning. Flood Toman is one man that you should respect because Flood Toman is one of the best hustlers Liberia has ever seen.
Hustler, man.
Hustler.
I mean, you know one thing I like
And
about
legal hustler.
legal hustler. You know one thing I went to Ganta one day. I mean, Sandy Quale one day. Went to
And you know, and now they call you up, right? You know what we in the whole town? His wife Jackie. That they call Jackie Hotel now.
What's she?
Jackie is here. Jackie is where you the hotel.
I always sleep to Jackie.
You know we are always sleeping.
Let me tell you, I didn't know who Floyd Toma was until I went to Sandy Quale one time. I was passing and then I think the news went to him and said, "Oh, DJ Blue in the town." He said, "Okay, man, call DJ Blue back here." Yeah. And he called me.
Yeah, Floyd will see you.
In his store there, selling like
on Fangalo Avenue,
wherever you call that, selling construction equipment. You know, like. And I went and said, "Blue, man, I always
he's
here
a
with
good
you.
man, Chairman.
Nice meeting you, man. Nice meeting you." You know, I still was trying. I saw a 2-bar drive.
Yeah, quick,
man. What gonna
get?
Yeah, what? 2-bar. I said, what?
Floyd Toma. Good man.
That one I love it, Piggy. I love that. That's my son.
He's a good man.
Right.
But I saw that ball when he was leaving.
Floyd. They're doing a good job in Ganta. Ganta is one of the Ganta is a more trending city than Monrovia.
Yes,
let me tell you something.
It is.
Monrovia shuts down automatically at 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. Let me tell you the new city in town now is Tubman Boulevard. Monrovia Bar is done.
But we're old.
It's not old. It's the people not paying attention. We'll talk about different show, different thing.
Yeah.
Let's go back to Banga.
So
I just wanted to set the premise so people can know what was going on.
Banga was good. Very good.
Let me tell you some tea coming here, but I can't get here because you look like you're okay now.
But let me tell you something, Mr. Chairman. if you want me to fire you, because let me tell you, you don't belong here. I'm trying to tolerate you on my show. But if you think you can here,
no, I can't do it. No, sorry.
Yes, sir. Take it though.
Sorry. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
So you will respect that?
Yeah, respect myself.
Okay. So, Taylor is gaining the admiration of Abacha. Abacha is beginning to see that they got mean business. They got when a lot of things happen behind. A lot of his friends and brothers, colleagues, went against him, and he fought it. He went against all
by himself.
When
you know,
we get a man shake, the man make it. The man fucking our own cat too. Egomo.
Kidding from Egomo.
But by that time, Marine Division, all in the Firestone era. Division 9, Division 10, Division 11, Division 15, fucking care. Egomo dying.
You said Marine Division, was it extra?
Marine Division. But Marine Division was extra because they were very subversive, they were very guerrilla, tactically trained, they were killers, bro. They ate human beings to survive. Liberians ate Liberians to survive. So Abacha meets with Nizifo Soglo.
From Benin?
But then I see that thing at the place now, and I read it now. Abacha calls a emergency session of ECOWAS. He calls Nizifo Soglo, Benin. He calls Barry Manasera, my brother I will tell you about, from Niger.
Manasera?
Yeah, Barry Manasera. He calls Blaise Compaoré of Burkina Faso. He calls Blaise Compaoré Burkina Faso. He calls the boy from Sierra Leone. What a minute. Oh man, where the fully name, man? He was Secretary General of ECO, Abbas Bono. He called the guy. He said, listen. Abacha,
who come from Ivory Coast?
He calls Felix Ofwe Bonnier. But then,
Doyen O now.
Doyen O, but the Doyen still running shit. Doyen still running things in ECOWAS.
In the sub-region.
He's still running things in the OAU before. That was just before he turned to AU. He's still running things.
Speaking heavy French.
Tell me, bro, but I know.
You come to the Basilica.
You know, foreign minister in France. So you know him. Foreign secretary.
Sir France.
In France. At the time under Charles de Gaulle. Different story, different day again. We talk about for significance. Soglo Nuzuvu had just taken the chairmanship of ECOWAS over to Abacha.
So Abacha got to say so.
Abacha got to say so. Abacha said, listen. Let's call Taylor.
Let's talk to Taylor.
Let's talk to Charles Taylor. We have to talk to Charles Taylor, and we have to create a government that will have stakeholders, and from there will be subsequent elections
in Liberia.
Damn it. Right there. Taylor agreed to go to Abuja. Remember now, Taylor going to Abuja. Remember, but you know the ECOMO were predominant in Nigeria. And you know Taylor killed a lot of Nigerians through the MPFL.
Yeah.
And you know that going to Nigeria, Taylor would think about his own security that he could be arrested. And you know that going to Nigeria, if Taylor was tired, he can't do about it. Taylor braved the storm.
On a joking serious issue. Papi, isn't that the definition of joking serious?
The absolute definition of joking serious.
You go.
Charles Taylor, I think it was Bernardo Abraham. He was one caller to call. I don't remember what it did, but I think it was in the month of August.
Give it.
Taylor went into Nigeria around August of 1994.
Lagos or Abuja.
I want somebody. When they call it, but then
Maybe they
if
will.
I wrong,
No, it's not important.
Yeah,
But I know he
around
went.
August 1994, Taylor went
Abuja.
to Abuja,
Okay, Abuja Peace Accord.
and they called it the Abuja Peace Accord. They called it
I must.
the Abuja
I must
Peace Accord.
educate you.
Yes,
But
yes, Chairman.
these invitation that one faction
Yeah,
leave their comfort zone and go on is protected by a certain provision
yeah,
of
yeah.
the United Nations.
That's why they
Which-
brave it.
Yeah, which states that any warring faction, despite their inhumane action,
Yeah.
once they are invited under this blah blah
You
blah,
can't touch it.
you can't touch them. So tell us how to be
Taylor goes to Abuja.
Abuja.
Gets to Abuja.
Mm.
Abacha said, listen,
It's a Taylor.
the way we see things going, Amos Sawyer is leaving as interim chair, interim president. Every warring faction in Liberia will be represented in the new interim government.
Government of inclusion. Government of inclusion?
The National Transitional Council. And
NCC.
a civilian and non-supporter or member of Oyo Share Your Own will be the head.
Or non or civilian.
A non-member and civilian will be the head. You understand what?
You better say something for me or dead it or
A non-member of any warring faction.
that beating you talking about, baby.
But I always tell Billy, man, you, Mr. Chairman, you know it will take time for me because for 12, 13 years,
You've been talking.
call your name, then you became a chairman. But when you be representative,
Baby,
honorable,
This-
call your name, take time.
this is Baby, don't forget. Let's go.
So,
Repeat that again. Abacha then say what?
Abacha, Nisifu Soglo,
Yusufu Soglo. Benin.
Benin,
Okay,
Bari-
papi.
take,
Yeah.
Bari Manasera.
Bari Manasara.
And I say, listen, the men are coming to take over. The men will be in the head, the interim, the interim men will be maybe a civilian. That's how they choose the late Professor Wilton Sankawulu. Wilton Sankawulu to head the 6-man ruling council. But let's go for a break.
Let's go for a break.
So,
Abacha then told him.
Abacha and the West African leaders, Nuzubu Zoglo of Benin, Barry Manasera of or Niger, or what about name from Burkina Faso, Blaise Compaoré. They decided that Ghana Sengbe Iadima of Togo, Phileas of Webonye of Cote d'Ivoire.
Blaise Compaoré with Taylor Bois.
Blaise and Taylor me. So all the guys, even Manasera.
Taylor got crept in Blaise country.
Yeah, but I got hotel independence, but I can't be talking anything in radio. Hotel independence. In Bobo Dioulasso, yes. Yeah.
Bobo Dioulasso?
Yeah.
Burkina Faso. Is there today?
Today.
That's Taylor Hotel?
Oberry. Yeah.
So I don't know call it a map for a hotel.
That I don't know.
Different story, different day.
Different story, different day. We're talking about assets that we don't know what's going on. So, Chairman, Wilton Sankawulo is made head of the 6-man ruling council. Now,
why Wilton Sankawulo?
They say he was neutral. A professor from Cottington, an author, book writer, very clever man, doctorate degree.
LU.
Yes. Sangawolo becomes head of the Six-Man Ruling Council. So that government, that Six-Man Ruling Council government, the chairman, dependent your status, your position depending on your numerical. Now, there's a unit for speaking. It depends on your numerical supremacy militarily.
Your what?
So, your numerical supremacy militarily. So, Charles Taylor automatically becomes first vice chair. But you don't get moving anybody in all world fashion.
Then Lord come.
And then Lord, Lord, when he fragile to stab the people didn't know where. Then comes
I didn't want to look at the
Ulimo K.
Come on.
Alhaji Gagzim Vamoyan Kroma. Second.
So come on, strong a bit.
Strong good. Third, the Liberian Peace Council. LPC. Headed by George E. Segbe Bole. Then came the AFL that automatically changed to a warring faction with the late Lieutenant General John Hezekiah Bowen.
Hezekiah, not small swell.
J-Head, I'll tell you what. Then came Ulimo J.
Johnson.
Led by a man called Roosevelt Johnson. Self-proclaimed Major General.
The scariest
Roosevelt Johnson. Scared, you're a rat.
What do you mean, sir?
Maybe I want shit, man. Maybe I want to you want to dance.
Died in Ghana.
Died in Monrovia.
Really?
Yes. He
Natural causes.
Natural causes. Body still low more than anything, but I know. I'm going to tell you. From where you're seeing different.
Okay, sorry.
The council, the government is formed in Abuja. Taylor returns to Banga, laughing.
After the Abuja peace conference.
After the Abuja peace accord, Chancellor comes to Maria, Chancellor laughing. Comes to Banga, I'm sorry.
Where, Pop?
Taylor comes to Banga, and Taylor plans the trip. Taylor plans the trip to monrovia.
So going on.
ECOWAS, under the sponsorship of ECOWAS and the United Nations, an inauguration program was scheduled for the 17th of October 1995 at the Centennial Memorial Pavilion, where all these stakeholders, rebel leaders, interim leadership will be sworn in. October 17,
For peace.
1995, for peace. Taylor decides to leave Vanguard 95.
So he leave Banga for good.
Decides to leave Vanguard
For good.
to move to Monrovia.
That was it for good.
Leave
Now.
Vanguard for good.
Banga for crying
15
too now.
The schedule now is 15 October itinerary. The departure day is 15 October 1995. 13 October 1995. Ulimo. Ah. 13 October 1995. Ulimo attacks Zenshu on the Banga Monrovia house. They won't spoil it now, brother.
It was for Abuja.
They won't spoil Abuja up.
Abuja peace accord.
They want to spoil the Abuja Peace Accord that was organized by the chairman of ECOWAS, Major General, the late Sani Abacha.
Sani Abacha. That's more minute.
Ulimo his Zenshu. There's a place, but I'm here, you now buy oil from Zenshu. We run a road, we buy 10 gallons of real oil from
Yeah.
that. You remember? We buy oil plenty all the
Yeah.
time. Zenshu market.
I always have to thank you.
Ulimo his Zenshu. To disrupt the rendezvous. Nigerians will come around on meeting. A rendezvous. Taylor dispatches immediately the commanding general of 1st Brigade, EMPGF, Brigadier General Daniel Briscoe. Paul. When I was even talking, I love it. I mean,
You know
I get into heroic.
that ball there.
Charles Taylor orders his commanding general of 1st Brigade, Daniel Kekula, Brigadier General Daniel Kekula Briscoe,
AKA ball.
aka Ball. You will go to Zenshu and you will put in the control as I have to go to Monrovia. They have to go to Monrovia. You have to go.
So I think in Taylor man he just want to come to Monrovia. He ain't get down for no hospital.
Taylor don't give a
because
damn.
Monrovia is his target.
Monrovia is the target. Monrovia is where Taylor needs to be.
Yeah.
Monrovia creates a safe haven because Banga is vulnerable.
He right in the center.
But you could take Banga one time, you could take Banga another time. But he didn't take looking up Monrovia because he didn't have mosquito up, but then he see in Banga. No. Take looking up Monrovia because Banga was not safe anymore. If Banga could have fallen once, it could fall twice.
Yeah.
Lofa was ready. And there are over 50 different entrances from Lofa into Bunker.
And he can stop all.
No, it's not possible. There will be some lapses. Daniel Briswell, Chris Roger, Logan David, and Ziggy.
Ziggy. Over there.
Many others.
Y'all move over
Chris Roger, all of them. Look at moving. Stanley, Bush Commando, Temperature Bush, Handsome, Stanley, Delay, Bush Commando.
What they call the commando to them?
I don't know why. Stanley double hit commando, Bush Commando. The movie Stanley James, Kongonyo, Bazo Kongonyo, movie. Long Break, the movie.
Who's commando?
The Sheko Zenshu, brother. Ball gets hit.
Raka Zaga.
Ball gets hit.
Yeah.
Ball got hit.
That is right. Take ball.
Yeah, flesh wound. Flesh wound to the buttocks. He got hit.
Why are you in your ball?
Lightly. But he made sure. Posing a witchcraft was there. Just posing.
Put on there.
Yeah, but I'm posing there. He let her hear about you limo. Posing the witch doctor. He was there. By the 14th of October 1995.
You don't want to flush out.
They went rogue left. That time I video I did Namayan dressing now. Bluffing now. You know, come on. But that attack, you know who was one of the, you know who the main leader of that attack, right? The AD Ken himself. The late Jackson Manning. Superfly. But there was no warrior more than Superfly. And I want you to know that today. No warrior. More than
so you say Superfly Kunaba?
No. And the king at the mansion.
Yeah.
October 31st. October now.
What did you just say? That attack?
For Taylor.
That attack in Seju. So what did Superfly do that attack? You want to do that first?
When as reinforcement for ball. You know reinforcement like that. They put him on the scared. He went ball engaged.
And got reinforcement coming.
Then reinforcement keep up ball. Which was
the clean up.
That's map it up.
Superfly.
Poppy the road open, let go monrovia.
Oh, so what?
Poppy the road open, let go monrovia.
Poppy the road open.
Let's go monrovia.
Poppy said won't come over here.
The convoy was set.
How many cars was in that convoy?
First thing the convoy, monrovia convoy was a little over 40 cars. A little. Charles Taylor had three G-Wagons.
I want to ask you this question. And I want you to answer me this question. I'm asking this question in my chairmanship capacity.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman.
I want you to be honest with me.
Yes, sir.
As I ask you this question.
Yes, sir. I'm always honest.
So, guesstimately, and I'm making my own, I'm coining my own word, guess, because it's a guess. Hypothesis is an educated guess.
Yeah. So hypothetically,
40 cars.
Around.
Other pundits say over 70 cars was in the convoy.
I would say around 40 cars.
And I'm asking you this: what's weapons?
In a convoy?
Assault weapons.
In a convoy?
In a convoy.
Yes, there was.
Could you name me some of the weapons?
There were a lot of there were many AK-50s. No. Taylor came with AK-50s. He came with M203 grenade launchers, AK-50 grenade launcher, AK-47 grenade launchers. He came with Colt 45s. He came with Smith & Wesson 45 military grade.
So let me ask you. Yeah. So he came with enough weapon to repel any attack, or?
But there was another attack. Give me chance.
I'm coming. No, I'm trying to get a picture of the Exodus. I heard Taylor was in a bulletproof Jeep Wagon.
Charles Taylor rode a Mercedes bulletproof G-Wagon series 4MATIC V12 bulletproof rust color.
What do you mean formatic, sir?
The formatic series in Mercedes Benz.
I wouldn't even know. I got money to buy it.
The formatic series in Mercedes Benz. And Taylor had used that car since 1989.
What do you mean rust color?
The color of the car is like rust.
Yellow,
bronze looking, yeah.
But it's very...
Tell me about that. They had a forest green Mercedes G-Wagon, also bulletproof.
I heard 2-3 G-Wagons in that.
He had 3 G-Wagons in the Convo. Bulletproof. Then he had 2 bulletproof Nissan Patrols in PR1 and PR2. Gasoline. That, most Nissan Patrols are diesel. They were gasoline. PR1, PR2. The last time, moving. Then he had at least 16 to 17 Nissan Patrol, all 1993-94 model, so they were hot cars, brand spanking new.
Moving.
Then beside that, all the vehicles, but I tell you, around 40. But Convo get poo. Ain't no Convo get poo.
Yeah.
So the boy be
Somebody said 72. Somebody said at least 75 cars.
Taylor.
And now, what you are concealing information which I don't like.
What's that, brother?
Taylor came in that convoy to say he was coming for war.
Taylor did not brandish weapons.
Then you had. But weapon on that.
Yeah, a lot of weapons. Then he had. I forgot to tell you this. Then he had about 6 Toyota Coaster buses, 32 seaters, brand new.
What are people?
All EMPGF, but in coat suits.
We're very armed too.
Cornelius Hunter was responsible to dress the men as S4. Military logistics.
The hard thing you're talking here.
Talking.
Let's go. Move
on.
Progress.
Taylor is giving the green light to come to Monrovia.
I want to ask you a question.
Yeah, but I go there.
So you was Taylor, and you knew that an ambush a day before that you were scheduled to come to Monrovia, an ambush.
Yeah.
Would you, in your mind, you're coming to go?
No.
But Taylor a monk.
But Taylor was, or Taylor is, a psychologist. Taylor puts his men in positions that mentally he creates an extra bravery for his men, that when they do a job, they don't have to do it. Then guess what happened? Kakata,
let go.
He crosses Zenshu. Mm-hmm. Kakata is half controlled by the MPFL under General Isaac C. Misson late, and also half controlled by Ulimo. Kakata to come Monrovia. He said he's not using 14 road. He's passing through Kakata.
What is 14 road?
It's a bypass route. It's an alternative route.
Through Habel?
Through Firestone. He said, I'm going through Kakata.
And tell to that ball.
Ulimo jump on the road. Taylor only warned them. You can also.
I can also.
To try to
impede
and obstruct my movement.
Or flush you.
I will melt your lecano. Kakata open. There was a little delay. Taylor got him around 3, but he got him around 4:35.
On the Kakata.
On the little delay in Kakata. You go, they stab it to the top. Top and fine, realize, say, why was the ball working into the top? I mean, Kakata. Then he moved. When the 2 inches, green light. Because in that convoy, you have Sanu Nomo. Avatarico Grand Durubo. In a convoy.
Hold on. Sanu Nomo in a convoy?
The 2 brothers were in a convoy. Avatarico Grand Durubo in a convoy. Sanu Nomo. In a convoy, you have Siafa Nomo Amiba. In that convoy, you had George Duanan, Jagbero, Makosa. In that convoy, you had Special Force Musa Njai. In that convoy, you had Special Force Dopo Menkas. In that convoy, you had Special Force John Tier. In that convoy, you had Special Force French Simon. In that convoy, you had General Zach. In that convoy, you had General Domingo Ramos, Special Force. In that convoy, you had Benjamin Yetin, a Special Force. In that convoy, you had Jotua, Special Force. In that convoy, you had Edward Mlen, Special Force. In that convoy, you had Action Jack.
What's Action Jack?
Tab. I want to relate to our children on a cover. Different story, different the Action Jack.
Bah!
Speak almost all the dialect in Labrador. Nobody know a real tra Action Jack. In that convoy.
You had some foreign forces in that convoy.
A lot of foreign special forces. You had Yanks. You had Yanks, sorry. You had Yanks.
Yanks.
You had Yanks. Major General Yanks, sorry.
Mazi there?
In that convoy, you have Mohamedullah, Pove Monami, Masi. But anybody only just look at that convoy, you will melt the candle.
So you have men in the convoy.
In that convoy, you had
shakers.
You have Brigadier General Michael Carr, the late. In that convoy, you have Brigadier General Matthew Chibley, Wild Geese Marine. In that convoy, you had Major General Samuel Vani, Sabela. But then there was too much of an all-star for you to screw town with.
Action Jackson.
The action.
You play Action.
In that convoy, you have Major General Cecil Lewis, Stinger. You have you have Chief of Staff of Field Artillery, Martina Johnson. In that convoy, you have Lieutenant General Amin Ray, the late. Peace be to Arches. But now that was the biggest military convoy to drive into Monrovia. And that convoy drove into Monrovia.
You know what I like you? You had an all-star convoy.
You had an all-star convoy.
You know,
had Chief
let me tell you
Ali.
something. I must give you your accolades because you said something. And somebody confirmed what you said.
Okay.
We hosted Leopard.
Yeah.
General Leopard.
Yeah.
I think General Leopard fought for Lord.
Before the whole AFL.
But General Leopard said we couldn't try charging the convoy because he had too much fire inside.
You could not, but then there was no way.
And the reason why we're having this program, this is what I'm trying to establish. The kind of shake.
Unless simultaneously you could launch 50 cars or 75 cars out of town, 50 cars which is not possible. You understand? But if you manage to ambush that convoy and allow the occupants of that convoy to get down and settle, right, please. Done deal. Ulimo knew it, LPC knew it, but MPFL was the father rebel group in that period. I'm not being biased.
You said it.
Yes.
All right. So the breeze through Kakata.
So MPFL drives. So Taylor drives through Kakata.
Mm-hmm. With Taylor, I think it was a psychological thing.
Yeah.
I'm not going to 14 Road.
No, I'm going through Kakata.
Because at the final analysis, I will be the president.
I'm the people president, so I'm going through. So he drove through.
Was there a frenzy to see Taylor in Kakata?
But then the streets of Kakata were packed beyond words. And I was in that convoy. So I remember vividly.
Shimoni.
Yes. In that convoy. Osibio Demi, Chief of Protective Service. Musa Njai, Junior ADK.
Chapter which one?
Jaliwe? No, Jaliwe never done. Now. You see what they did? He left backup.
Check the which name.
So Jaliwe, Jalaman Crazy.
Jalaman. I don't hear my man, Jalaman.
Jalaman Crazy. Front and soldier. Always
What Chris there?
Chris the part.
Yeah.
Yeah, full of blood.
Jalama. On Paul. Jalama Chris.
But the witch Dr. King posing.
Jack the Witch.
Jack the Witch. Why you let Jack the Witch?
I like Jalama Chris.
You let Jalama Chris more than Jack the Witch?
Yeah.
Jack the Witch always will sneak out. I don't fit in. Always big.
Jalama. Jack the Witch. But I wish that would always do the kind of thing.
Jack the Witch. He's not Dylan.
Yeah.
Jack the Witch. Yeah.
Jack the Witch. Dylan.
Yeah, Dylan.
That died them.
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah. But
He
Dylan,
full
all
small.
of them really.
He's full small.
He full normal. He normal size,
I
but
Dylan brother.
he get BB. He get BB sneaker.
But okay, so Taylor Cross is
Taylor Cross is Kakata.
Kakata.
Taylor gets into number 7. I remember that. I'm breaking it down to you. But Taylor gets into number 7. Like there before 15 game era.
Yeah.
It gets very tense. The roads, the highway gets very packed.
People want to see this man they've been hearing about a long time. Charles Taylor's coming to town.
I want to call somebody new. The man driving Taylor. Your Taylor is in his G-Wagon. Taylor and Jackson man are in the G-Wagon. And there's this man driving Charles Taylor that I want you to know about.
Wait a minute.
Emmanuel Khan.
He's Taylor's driver.
I'm telling you about his personal chauffeur. Emmanuel
What car?
Khan. Come here.
Hey, man,
Emmanuel Khan, you go find out.
But can't get down.
No.
No?
Paladeo.
I know you're calling one guy no.
Emmanuel Khan. You like tea. So
The problem with those guys I got, they don't know they are keeping a special part of us.
But yes.
Pops, if it's small 15, we don't know how long we'll be here again.
We're not here too long.
If we don't pass this history,
we're not here too long.
If we don't pass this history to people, I mean, I don't understand.
We're not here too long.
Papi, because I believe in, you know what makes America great? Because they know the history.
Everything.
They know the history.
But
can you imagine? I went to high school in America. 12 guys learning about the Boston Tea Party.
Boston Tea Party.
Look at the thing there. Yeah. That's what made the country great. So we try to educate our people.
Then about the Renaissance.
No.
America. But you can turn that G-Wagon around in the twinkle of an eye. You can turn them and make a U. We're on the highway. Instead of go back.
So now it's getting sort of.
So Taylor is in number 7. Street back. And Taylor's convoy now has to move slowly now. Because you can't move fast anymore. The convoy can't run no more. Because but people everywhere. The street, the highway line up.
Everybody happy
and
to
Taylor
see
wants everybody to see him.
He gets up, start waving.
So he's waving.
A frenzy.
It makes the job for Superfly even harder.
The protectorate.
Yeah. It's Eddie King.
His protectorate.
So Jackson Money, around 6'3", 6'4", dark skin, very dark skin.
Superfly, no?
Yeah, Superfly. He's there. But the man understood the Eddie King work too much.
What's Momoji about him?
Momo is in coverage, but then Momo is riding with coverage car. Taylor is moving in a 1-3-1 formation. He got 2 cars covering him, 2 Nissan Patrol. He's in the middle.
How to get him?
Momo is in coverage 1. The Dover Snorting Remedy is in is in coverage 2. Right behind is Osibio Deming, Dolan Tucker.
Where's Osibio right now?
Osibio is here. Very okay. Very alright.
Sure, no man. I don't want to shake that hand.
I will show you them, man. Yeah. In front of them,
where's Remy?
You are who? Rem? Rem is in South Dakota.
Remedy.
Yeah. He's working on oil rigs now in South Dakota.
Tell me, man.
Yeah. You got banana?
I want to say something.
You got banana?
I want to say something.
Yeah.
You know what I noticed?
Yeah, man.
Most are still up picking around who are Google people then. You know him? Chiba.
Yeah.
They did it not dead away to Nana.
Everybody did it.
But the thing I noticed about Chiba before he died, Chiba loved by many.
Chiba was a lovable person when Chiba was a good man.
Good man. And independent testimony about the killer.
No. Say, oh, do you know what? You know, like you would say, John Brown, Peter Paul. But you could not people and what say, Momo Jiba shot and killed this man. No, but I know. That's why he's a good man. You know what? Probably.
Yeah, Pops.
Yeah, but it cut me off.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, please,
Alright, so Pops. Man, I don't know what the recording stopped, but anyway, let's continue. We no. Yeah, but I think we got a good
position.
So, update 131 formation. All of the Eagle.
So the first paragraph that when I first paragraph comes out, the president that comes out. Then that's just me.
Like I get queer to them.
That's what I'm telling you.
So he comes.
Taylor gets to Monrovia through the red light district.
Tell my friends here on the road.
There's a frenzy.
Absolute chaos.
There's a frenzy. There's a frenzy.
Absolute chaos.
Absolute chaos. All hell broke loose. Charles Taylor is in Monrovia. It gets crazy. And the convoy drives straight up to Mamba Point. The convoy drove straight up to Mamba Point.
A convoy over 50 cars.
A convoy of over 50 cars. Drove straight to Mamba Point. You get to Mamba Point? They're right there, then next to EU, European Union, where EU got an office. Taylor retires.
Go to sleep.
October 15.
Taylor reached Monroe.
1995. Taylor reached Monroe. Taylor gets into Monrovia, and there's General Timothy Shelpidi.
Opakut. Or Shapiri is there.
Shelpidi is there to welcome him. Christian. Charles meets Timothy. 2 days later, is the swearing-in ceremony at the Centennial Memorial Pavilion. This is where you live, but I see the world smaller. So they get to the Centennial Pavilion, Charles had a meeting with Kroma, who were target position. MPFS soldier meeting with MPFS soldier meeting with Ulimo K soldier, meeting with Ulimo J soldier, their friends. You understand what I'm saying? They know the oh my man, you are with him, man. Oh my man, you are
that kind of thing.
That bring people hugging each other. A lot of love being shown, whether deceitful or sincere.
It got to be sincere, because I don't care if you're fighting in another faction against my see, I'll hug you. Can you imagine Pajin fighting against Blue when we see each other?
Yeah.
Look at this stupid man, you fight about
a free man.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
You hug. You form the government, 6-man ruling council. We don't Sankawulu, the head. but leaning little more to the tailor side. But there is no neutral human being.
Never. Shit, man, I love to you. There's
Never
no
ever
neutral
human being.
Every human being got their side.
You know why I know every human being has that? October 31st, 1996, when Taylor's life was threatened at the executive mansion, when soldiers believed to be members of the Liberia Peace Council, the LPC, attacked Charles Taylor at the executive mansion, and Michael Carr, Brigadier General Michael Carr, lost his life. Peter Pay of the SSS lost his life. General Jackson Man and Superfly, but I want to cry, lost his life.
Can we go into that attack? Just for the sake of our people, can you, or should that be a special show on that attack?
I think we should talk about it separately.
Separately. Now, if we talk about October 31st separately, what will be the attack? The first attack.
The attempt. We just did the attempt. You know how we do it, brother? The Exodus. The attempt. Now, and on the attempt, we'll talk about two different topics. After the attempt, you got the attempt not too long. So after the attempt, we will talk about something else. But we'll have a show on the attempt. Because I want to tell you what happened.
Tell us him over in our pocket and go to the line. We ain't got much time yet. We got 10 more minutes here. How would I say? Listen, we'll go to the line, but listen, let me say this about people.
Ask the question on the point, on the topic.
Not only that.
Like talk about Derek Kumo.
Yeah. Not about Derek Kumo.
Joseph Bayou. Joseph Bayou.
We open up the phone line, access, all that kind of thing.
What we talking about?
Hello.
Hello?
What up? Your name, where you call from?
I'm calling from Song of Town.
1 minute, that's all you got.
Yes, I just want to remind that I've been making some errors. He should not fall because Taylor and Robbie Maria, that was the April War for the Ottawa Telephone. They arrested Roosevelt Johnson.
You say what? You say what?
The April War, they existed before the Ottawa Telephone. He said they had the executive mansion.
Yeah, but they are saying that April said they now occurred before October 31st. April come before October. So what's wrong with you?
You know you were just in lecture and
No. April comes before October. So April says was 1996 and October 31st was the attack at the executive mansion. So you gotta put yourself together, my piggy. I beg you. Yeah?
I mean, go man.
April is before October.
Yeah.
How will I talk about October 31st attack before October April 6th?
Okay. Let's give a call here. Hello, Papi, my hello.
No, I wanna address the fool who called.
Hello.
Why people here call and be high and talk shit on radio? Who are Brabi? Who are Brabi? Bobby Daisy, but Bobby Daisy is my friend, brother. Bobby Daisy is my friend, brother, from Cobra. Cobra, yeah.
The man say you call Bobby
Daisy, yeah. Oh,
hello.
Bobby Dixon, yeah.
Yes, sir. Did we call from?
The thank God for the chairman of the party.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. No, we listen to important shares, and that guy can't confuse people.
Exactly, my son. Exactly.
You know, I'm very gonna behave.
Yeah. I'm talking about. Like October come before April or April come before. Where is that? Where wrong with that? You mean stupid?
We want to tell you something here. So, for me.
Yeah.
My simple question to you is.
Yeah.
After Taylor came to Monrovia, where the soldier was lodged, where did he lodge the soldier?
Oh, okay. So the MPF, the soldiers were mainly at the Congo town around what you call Watanga. Okay, they spread out in the city. They spread out.
Oh yeah, you slept in there.
But the old road, all the men in New Monrovia, but the old road area they were there, and they were in Congo town mainly to where you call Watanga, where the place they call Polotori. where the Italian people that built the satellites for the satellites for the OU Conference 1979. Where do people rent?
Polotori.
Yeah, Polotori. That's where the guy was. Thank you very much for your question. Good question.
All right. Okay, more callers here on the hotline. Let's get this one. Hello.
And also Kongotan back row.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Hott FM.
Yes, sir. Name where you call from?
Yes, I'm Baka calling from the Canadian Estate.
Let's say Boyka.
Yes, and yeah, the point of operation yesterday to the pub.
Yeah.
The time in which Taylor Erasmus Monrovia, at that time he was doing the guard as post commander for ECOMOD and General John Mark Inyanga. Was not
John Mark Inyanga. Sorry. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. John Inyanga. After Inyanga, then Shapidi. But that is right.
Yeah, he right.
Thank you very much.
All right.
John Mark Inyanga.
Let's get it. Hello.
Thank you very much. I do not know. But the young man was right. It was John Mark Inyange. Before Shelpidi. When Taylor came, then Shelpidi.
Okay.
John Mark, a Christian also.
That's why we have the show.
Yes,
Your eyes old again. Hello.
Thank you very much. My son, thank you.
Hott FM.
Go ahead, sir.
Yes, Chairman. What's up?
Thank you so much. Your name where you call from?
Yeah, this is Eddie Zor calling you from Kalando.
Yeah, Eddie, go ahead.
Yeah. I just want to tell you, Papi, thinking also that I call it, you can wear the barrel when you wear it. Who are your sins again, Lord? I ain't getting that, Papi. I time for. Thank you, Papi.
Thank you, my son. Thank you. Yeah, it was John Inyange, but sorry. It was John Mark Inyange.
Yeah.
I want to thank that young man so much.
Hello.
Oh, I want to thank, because then she'll be the kid.
Yes, sir.
So
long.
Congratulations, Chairman.
Thank you, sir.
Now, I'm doing the show today. I make my point too, but you never got that.
No, but I recognize why show along.
Yeah, man, if I get a point, man, but I come for into Kakatan, but what happened? The next draft, not the Elizabeth Johnson. My man, I give it that cool.
Well, I never knew
that friendship continued until he wanted the arm for Johnson for coming, but Johnson refused. I brought a process.
Okay, so that one you're talking a different story, different deal.
Yeah.
So long.
Yeah.
For long.
Long, small meal.
No, so long, good.
Hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir. Where you call from?
I'm calling from Tuparo.
What's your chief?
Yes, I just want to make some clarification on the incident of coming to Monrovia.
Sure.
So, yeah, from Banga to Monrovia on the incident happening on the highway.
Yeah.
Yeah, because at that time we had Peter Louis as special task force commander.
Yes, very much special task force.
We had Daniel Brisbane, our West Brigade commanding general.
He replaced Julian Wemo, JY, yeah.
At that time.
Hello.
At that time what? At
That time your credit finish.
At that time you should learn to have credit.
Hello.
How you doing, DJ Blue?
Yes, sir. No, call me chairman, sir.
It means chairman now.
Sorry. How you
I've
doing,
just played. Let's go. Yes, sir. You 1 minute, please.
Yeah, Bob, how you doing?
All right, hello.
Yeah, Bob, I called from Lower McGinney, man. I'm your man, Daniel.
Okay, Daniel, how you feeling?
Yeah, Baba, okay, man. Baba, I need the education for you. When Taylor entered 96.
95.
Yeah, I agree, 95. But 96, there was an incident that led to the Roosevelt Johnson saga.
Yeah, the April 6th.
What really happened that led to that problem between Taylor and Roosevelt Johnson that brought the April 6, 1996?
The interim government leadership decided that they would arrest the Minister of Internal Affairs, who was Roosevelt Johnson, because that was his position. They decided they decided they would arrest Roosevelt Johnson.
Papi, I think that's a different show, different day.
For something that happened in bombing. So that what erupted the whole problem. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, keep listening to the Blue Link Show, man. You get more. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Your name you go from?
I'm from Brovie.
Broville. What part of Broville? Yeah.
I call you from behind the Brovie football field along the Vonsman Road.
Okay, phones on roll. Okay, let's hear you.
Yeah, but I just want to some few questions. I mean, after I did call the guy, commander that left. When the guy came in, Victor Malu.
Victor Malu came in after Inyange, after John Mark Inyange. Then came Victor Malu.
Yes.
Then came Samuel Victor Malu after John Mark Inyange.
Yeah. So Samuel Victor Malu.
No, after Inyange, after Timothy Shelpidi, because it was Inyange, Shelpidi, then Inyange. After Inyange, then Malu.
But he came as force commander, but most of them were field commander, but he came now as a force commander.
Ecomog force, when they say field commander, it's the same thing as the force commander, the field commander. Yes, it's the same status.
Because I think one guy keeps saying he wants to play in there.
That Charles Julu. That Brigadier General Julu. That General Julu, Charles Julu.
I know when I said, we're going to meet you.
I want to play my cassette at Charles Julu. Yeah.
Wait, I want to what?
I want to play my cassette at Charles Julu.
Right, let's get this one. Hello.
Hello, what person?
Yes, sir. Knew you called from.
Yes, it's in George for Panama. Yes.
Quick.
Chapidi was the last commander for ECOMOG.
No. Malu was the last. Samuel Victor Malu was the last ECOMOG commander.
No, Malu was the one that conducted the
Malu was the last. Samuel Victor Malu was the last. Samuel Victor Malu was the last. I beg you. Go back to your phone, check it out. Go there, look in your phone.
Hello.
Boy. Malu was the ECOMOG. Malu lived at the curfew.
Hello. Hello. Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is John here. Calling you from Rodotan.
But your pa was chairman of John Chivasta?
Yo, I can't.
Your father was the chairman of John Chivasta?
Hello. Hello.
Are you getting me?
Yeah, let's hear you.
Yeah, that fellow who said Shapidi was the last ECOMOG post commander is correct. It was not Victor Malo.
Shapidi was the last?
Yes, Shapidi.
So it was Shapidi that lifted the curfew since 1990?
No, 1990, let me tell you, from Arnold Queno, we came to Rufus Popolati.
Listen,
from there,
I'm not
from
calling.
there, John Mark Inaga.
Papa.
This guy came, Victor Malo. From Victor Malo, who came. Then after the last war was fought between ECOMOG and the MPFL, before they sent John Mark Inaga, he was the last post commander before the disarmament started. That was during in Monrovia.
So Inyange was the one here for disarmament and the closing of ECOMOG here?
I'm talking about Timothy Shapidi, not Inyange. Timothy
Shapidi
was the commander.
So Shapidi was after Malu?
Yes, Shapidi came after Victor Malu.
My brother, you sure what he's saying?
Arnold Queno from there, Rufus Kopolati.
Forget Arnold Queno and Kopolati and Dogonyaro, all the people forget it. I'm asking you about the last force commander.
Dogonyaro came earlier, but the last force commander was Timothy Shapidi.
Well, you sound like one of those who took part.
No, I didn't swear. But I stayed in Monrovia throughout. I never handled gun.
Okay, so
from 1990, I stayed in Monrovia up to the last World War III by love forces. I didn't go nowhere.
So it was Shapidi the last man?
Shapidi, Timothy Shapidi was the last ECOMOG post commander.
Not Malu.
No, Malu, not Victor
Malu. Okay, all right. Let make progress. More people calling here. Hello, Papa, you know you old now. So
yeah, how you doing?
Yes, sir. You can forget it in there.
How are you?
All right.
Okay, that's something I want to find out. The argument they made on with you.
Did I argue with me? Argue what I said? You say what?
And the Tunji Olorin. Which are the time he came? Olorin.
Ilorin came after Dogoyaro.
Because he don't want to say all rebels to go 45 miles from the
Yeah,
city.
Ilorin came after Dogon Yaro. Ilotonji Ilorin. He came after Victor. He came after Joshua Dogon Yaro.
And my picking, I really want to see you one-to-one because I've been following this show.
Thank you, Chief.
Wait, my man, your name, where you living? Where you living?
I'm Thomas L. Kamara. I live Ghana, Steven Tobo.
Let me tell you something. If you want this show to continue, you better bring you and your whole family to this 17 you can raise.
No, DJ Blue.
Yeah.
DJ Blue.
Yeah.
I've been following your story and also I saw your photo right at the junction there.
Yeah, Dado. Listen.
Somewhere around Broadway area there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I saw it and I already following your show. So I want to see you. I will vote for you. Don't worry.
Thank you. 12 years. 12 years we've been running this program to educate our people.
But you know what?
Yes, sir.
I want it, man.
Ne penny by yo. Yeah, we'll see soon. Trust me, we'll see.
You know, and Bobby,
Yeah, man.
despite everything that we've achieved, the small money that we can make, a small money.
Yeah.
You never be in government, I never be in government.
But I know government job.
You know what I'm saying? But we provide more for the Liberian people that even, yeah. But the reason why I love this show because we do it with passion. You see all these people, you see all the lines. Let's get this one. Hello.
What the
Yes, sir. Name where you call from?
Yes, this is George from Banana.
My man, 1 minute, please.
Yes, allow me to name all the commanders of economic order for you.
All right.
Yeah, I can go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yes. Number one, you have Arnold Kondui from Ghana. Number two, you have Joshua Dogon Nigeria. Number three, you have Rufus Kobolati from Nigeria.
Ruva Kobolati after Dogon Yaro?
Yes.
So why you report Ilorin?
I come in now.
No, you're not coming, don't come. But I call him for he's a fool. Forget what I mean. He's a stupid man. Sitting under a tire play, he's talking astray. Kopolati after Dogon Yaro. So what happened to Ilorin? What happened to Inyange? What happened to Bakut? Rufus Kopolati, but I former Commander Ekomo. But why the thing this is?
All right, let's go. Hello.
This is a tire boot.
Hey,
What?
Babe.
Yeah, my son.
I was talking first for that time.
Yeah, hello.
Was the one on Olo. Then think back. Who was the SMOP commander saying I would make Monrovia change to life? They were doing article the last man article.
So long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the man back who never had a school plan. There's a school remember on him. The last week commander, you just saw him,
Ubaku?
Who?
back Ishaya Baku.
Ishaya Baku, yeah.
Yeah, Ishaya Baku was the last week commander. He was the one to
Right.
the way I look at her, he left.
Listen.
Was set up the game president, then the legal council set up was the late Charles Broskin. He said the constitution of Liberia has assumed the authority to ECOMOG must sign state of forces.
State of forces agreement.
The agreement.
The state of forces agreement, yeah.
Listen, so long.
Yes, I am.
You are ordered. You are ordered. I command you
Yes, sir,
to be on the Blooding Show on Monday, so we can expand. So you know our old man. Oh, they door in wheelchair. He won't come in chairman.
The man get it ready. They can't figure there, but something in there won't.
They frisky, but not the frisky. That one, but I don't even talk about age. The bitch is frisky.
I mean, no, you do for them.
No.
750, they ain't 748.
But you know the thing about it. You know. But I know.
So
But I know the thing about it. But I can say something. But let me speak.
let's say.
Listen. I'm not arguing with nobody. I'm not competing with nobody. If we're talking, we're having a conversation. Everybody's involved. But now, you can't be involved with attitude, with anger, with all that shit.
Yeah.
Because you know what? At the end of the day, these children take away the phone. They don't know nothing.
And
You understand?
and Pops, let me
this hurts me because
let me tell you what I'm inspired tonight to do.
what's that?
You know, in all the area they get at Thai centers,
Yeah.
at Thai Center and calling me, oh, well, can't tell you. But listen, in District 17, we look for a piece of land will be built at Thai Center. And we use technology and we'll host the blooming show there.
Yeah.
So the blooming show can have audience.
No, yeah.
It will be broadcasted. It will be broadcasted on the radio, or you have audience.
Yeah.
So because we need participation, you know what I would do? Call you guys some movers and shakers. The owner, but they were part of it.
Exactly. We will have them there.
And why you don't understand about my old man? He don't fight against you for bringing your suggestion, but when you bring it, you gotta be correct.
It gotta be correct, brother.
You're just the man thinking one begin that corrected him.
They begin corrected, they begin talk about
Yeah.
they begin talk about John in Nyange.
Nyage.
And but I remember in Nyange so well. And my begin I talk again, thank you.
Yeah.
John Mark in
So
Nyange.
only 4 more callers and then we gotta go. Hot 107.9.
John in Nyange.
086 107 107 0770 107. But I'm a little bit disappointed tonight.
Why,
Because a lot of people is not talking about the core thing we talk about. You're just talking about
they talk
Nigerians
Echo
general.
Commander,
We're talking about
stupid
the Exodus. We're talking about
the Exodus.
the
convoy.
The convoy.
The matriculation.
Exactly. Let's
And
get
they
this.
talking
Hello.
about-
1 minute, please. 1 minute only.
Force commander in la. I'm looking at Echo,
Hello.
to know how John Brown came
Some
go to the
of
port.
the force commanders serve more than one.
What?
What?
Yeah, some of the force commanders serve more than one.
Like who?
So let the woman check it out.
All right. Okay. Oh man, we will check
just
it out.
told you about
Right.
force commander bullshit.
Papi, wait. Hello.
Yeah, look.
Yes, sir. Name we call from.
I think it's Jim Touré. How many call so call it for hateful mountain?
From where?
Yeah, Godson, you talking to God cheering?
Hateful mountain.
Let's
Yeah,
hear
you
you.
talking to God cheering?
You got me? The chairman.
Let's hear you, Chief.
Yeah, the chairman. This is the CEO for Ego Mountain. You know, I like your style. I always follow this program every day. I want to ask the top this question. In this monrovia, what happened one day from me tutorial was yelling fella. They called Saddam. He was the post that page. For you, Saddam, you are. Yes, sir.
I don't know anybody called
Saddam, one of your good at picking them, man.
I don't know
Yeah,
anybody called
stupid
Saddam.
picking. Hello.
He's more tired of you. I don't know him. I don't know him.
Hello.
But you sound jealous. You smoke a lot of cote.
Hello. All right. Hello.
Tell me, brother, the country.
Hello?
The generation
Yes, sir. Name we call
lost.
from.
Hello?
Generation lost.
Yeah, let's hear you.
Get back to
Thank you, sir. Your name we call from.
this is John David about my brother.
Let's hear you, John.
Papa, come to you know my man to give you for last.
Let's go. Let's hear you.
Yeah, Papa, come to give me.
Let's hear you.
Yeah, he said, what happened to TKB? You are breaking. He said, what? Hello?
Pop's town is gone. Daniel Brisville, aka Ball. Let's take the last caller. Hello.
Yeah, hello?
Yes, sir. Your name we call from.
Yeah, this number, I want you to say the number, and anytime you see the number, my answer, my phone, not for me to get the number 2, 3 that you want to call and touch you, I can't able to get you. I'm calling for Banjo for red here, your update. I can always tell you that I don't have always call for that red here update behind
Hold on. Let me get your number. Hey, man. What my pen, man? Hey,
you
go.
don't say the number, anytime I call, and then 2, 3, 4.
Okay,
Call
the number.
I live red, right? Your office.
Call the number.
Tell me.
What your number?
My number is 0778
Uh-huh. 82 26 81.
I hope your contribution will be
So let me ask you now, what you know about the thing that we're talking about?
Yeah, but I think all I think that me, I you know live. Banga at that time, na the 3, na the 4, you live by you live. Koko ya ru our boys follow. Banga remember so TV food upon the Papa family. Banga the family do the Papa family. Upon the Papa family.
The Bagba people?
Yeah, upon the Papa family in Banga.
Kokoya Road.
This Banga, President Banga.
Kokoya Road.
Election commissioner, all my uncle in there.
You live Kokoya Road?
So what the contribution you got to tell us small thing now?
You gonna pop?
We'll be calling you. What are you talking?
Pop village. How if you want to 7.9? How if you want to 7.9?
But Chairman, I want to ask you.
Yeah. You can
Personal question.
Personal question. Yeah.
Now that you.
Yeah, dirty.
All right, your personal question.
Sure. The show feeding now.
Now that you are chairman, what's next? What you do for your people? What next?
Probably we have a good time tonight. I didn't want to bring politics in.
Tell me small. I gave you.
But let me say.
Wait, let me see my time. I gave you 4 minutes.
Yeah, but let me say this.